It was on June 1, 1804, that one of Russia's most significant musical figures, Mikhail Ivanovich Glinka, was born. Though perhaps not as universally recognized as some of his later compatriots like Tchaikovsky or Rachmaninoff, Glinka holds an unparalleled position as the father of Russian classical music. His life and work laid the essential groundwork for a distinct national school of composition, shaping the very sound and identity of Russian music for generations to come. Glinka was born into a wealthy landowning family in Novospaskoye, a village in the Smolensk Governorate. This privileged background afforded him an education that, while somewhat haphazard in its early stages, exposed him to a variety of cultural influences. He showed an early aptitude for music, particularly singing and playing the violin and piano, but his formal musical training was initially limited. It was during his time in St. Petersburg, where he attended the Noble boarding school, that he began to delve more deeply into music, studying with various teachers and becoming acquainted with the vibrant musical life of the capital. However, a pivotal period in Glinka's development came with his travels to Europe in the late 1820s and early 1830s. He spent several years in Italy, immersing himself in the bel canto opera tradition, a style that greatly influenced his melodic writing. He also spent time in Germany, where he encountered the works of composers like Beethoven and Mendelssohn, broadening his harmonic and orchestral palette. These experiences were crucial. They provided him with a comprehensive understanding of European musical techniques and forms, which he would later skillfully adapt and infuse with Russian character. Upon his return to Russia, Glinka embarked on the creation of his first major opera, A Life for the Tsar. Premiering in 1836, this work was a triumph and marked a turning point in Russian music history. Unlike previous Russian operas, which largely mimicked Italian or French styles, A Life for the Tsar drew heavily on Russian folk melodies, stories, and historical events. It was a conscious effort to create a truly national opera, one that resonated deeply with Russian audiences and celebrated their heritage. The opera's success cemented Glinka's reputation and demonstrated the potential for a distinctly Russian musical voice. His second opera, Ruslan and Lyudmila, based on a poem by Alexander Pushkin, followed in 1842. While initially less successful than A Life for the Tsar, Ruslan and Lyudmila is now recognized as an even more innovative work. Its fantastical elements, exotic harmonies, and the famous whole tone scale, used to depict the evil sorcerer, Chernomor, were ahead of their time and foreshadowed later developments in Russian music, particularly the works of composers like Rimsky-Korsakov. Beyond his operas, Glinka also composed a significant body of orchestral works, chamber music, and songs. His orchestral pieces, such as the Kamarinskaya and Jota Aragonesa, are vibrant and colorful, showcasing his masterful orchestration and his ability to transform folk themes into sophisticated musical statements. His songs, too, are remarkable for their lyrical beauty and expressive depth. Glinka's impact extended far beyond his own compositions. He became a mentor and inspiration to the next generation of Russian composers, collectively known as the Mighty Handful, or the Five. Balakirev, Mussorgsky, Borodin, Rimsky-Korsakov, and Koe all looked to Glinka as the pioneer who had blazed the trail for a truly Russian musical identity. His principles of integrating folk melodies, historical themes, and a distinctive national flavor into classical forms became the cornerstone of their own creative endeavors. Mikhail Glinka passed away in 1857, but his legacy endures. He proved that Russian music could stand on its own, distinct from its European counterparts, and yet be equally profound and sophisticated. He was a visionary who, by celebrating his homeland's rich cultural tapestry, unlocked the vast potential of Russian music and paved the way for the titans who would follow. The anniversary of his birth serves as a reminder of his foundational contribution and the enduring beauty of his unique musical voice,